just found this little lizard. I think it's a skink. I was out looking for this lizard under some rocks back in the bracken back there. And there was a couple tortoises as well, an adult, and there was a younger one too. This is the ocellated skink. Interestingly, many other skink species have evolved to have even smaller limbs than this, or even lose these limbs entirely, such as the Greek snake skink and the Anatolian limbless skink, which yes, are not snakes but legless lizards, still keeping many traditional features that set them apart from snakes, such as shedding their skin in separate pieces as opposed to all one piece, the ability to blink, not having a forked tongue, and the ability to drop their tail if a predator ever catches it, so that they're able to escape and provide a diversion. These legless skinks closely resemble the slow worm, although they are not closely related if you can believe it or not, and it just appears to be a case of divergent evolution. You can see it has a very similar colour pattern and texture on its back, but this one has very small legs, so you can kind of get an idea of how over time, especially once it started burrowing on the ground and stuff like that, eventually just lost these limbs entirely. These are very, very fast. It took me quite a while to manage to catch it. Of course, lizards are able to drop its tail, so I need to be careful not to distress it too much. Yeah, I'm sweating like crazy, but I'm just going to let this go on the tree, and they're very quick, so you're about to see how quick it scurries off. Oh, it actually went pretty slowly. I guess it's calmed now as soon as it realised there was no danger. Can't figure out where to go. There's a tortoise just on this ridge over there, but it's fallen over on its back and it can't get up. So I'm just going to venture over and see if I can flip it. Although I might be too short. Tortoise, I can't even reach it. I'm going to try and see if I can just knock it down and catch it. It's literally just stuck up here. Okay, so I've managed to get a stick, so I'm just going to try and push it down, but there are sharp branches. Oh, it's really stuck. It's turned over, but it's still stuck in this vegetation. This is quite a steep ridge, so I don't know if it's going to be able to get out. Because how's it going to be able to walk up there? Yeah, as you can see, it's just trying to burrow to get away. But it can't manage to make its way up the ridge. I'm just going to help it up, because all of this is very steep rock. Just need to get my foot here. It's okay, buddy. You're safe. So beautiful though. Okay. I'm just gonna go up and try and let it go. Back up here. Okay, so I've just brought it to the other side to the ridge where there's a water stream almost dried up. I assume it was trying to make its way to the water and it just got stuck on the ridge. So I'm just gonna let it go here. I think they're a bit stressed out though. Since obviously they probably thought I was a predator. There are tons of cats all over Athens, so I'm wondering if the one that I saw earlier that had a missing eye might have been attacked by a cat or a hawk or something. I think this is actually the same tortoise that I saw earlier on the rocks, and I saw a young one behind them as well. And off they go down to the ridge, which is, as I was saying, I assume this is probably where they wanted to head, and just got stuck whilst they were trying to get down this ridge here. But these tortoises seem pretty common all over this place, and yeah, as you can see, they're just coming right back up this ridge. Maybe they were trying to cross the ridge as opposed to actually try and get to the water, but obviously they got stuck trying to do so. But I think they're just trying to hide away in this bush here. It's just crazy how much wildlife there is in this very secluded part of the city, and it's just amazing since I come from the UK and there's pretty much no wildlife anywhere, even when you go into the actual wilderness sections. But here, slap bang in the middle of the city, in a place which is quite littered and polluted around here, there's still lots to see. Like in the short span of being here, there's been many parrots, which of course are introduced, they're non-native, but still, I've seen falcons in the sky, 2 tortoises, many lizards. It's just crazy how stripped back the UK is of wildlife, especially for reptiles and amphibians, of course, since we only have 6 native species of reptile and 6/7, depending on if you count bullfrogs, native amphibians. But yeah, there's just so many cats all over the city, and whilst they look very cute, unfortunately a lot of people do attack them, since they just don't like how many of them there are here. But I do think probably Unfortunately, they do harm the tortoises. I saw when the tortoise was moving towards some cats there, the cat started hissing at it, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's why the one earlier was missing an eye, but the cats themselves get attacked by lots of things. I saw one the other day that someone had chopped off its ears and blinded it in one eye. It's just disgusting what humans do for literally no reason, just for fun. It's just astonishing. Just down here was where I was looking for the lizard, the skink, under all of these rocks, and it was very, very fast. I was literally having to go from rock to rock because it kept quickly going under the next one, and eventually managed to get it. And yeah, I saw the two tortoises at the back over there, and then after I caught the skink, filmed it down there, and then heard some rustling in the background and noticed the tortoise I had saw that was previously up here on the ridge had tried to make its way down the ridge, down the cliff face, and accidentally gotten stuck. After exploring the Acropolis, I journeyed through to the enchanting Athens National Garden. This lush oasis is a tranquil treat nestled amidst the bustling cityscape, offering a serene sanctuary for both locals and visitors alike. As you step into the verdant expanse of the garden, you are greeted by a symphony of colours and fragrances, with vibrant flowers blooming in every hue and towering trees providing shade from the Mediterranean sun. Scrolling along the widening pathways, you'll encounter a diverse array of flora and fauna, from majestic palm trees to fragrant roses and delicate orchids. The gentle rustle of leaves and the melodious chirping of birds create a soothing ambience, inviting you to lose yourself in the tranquility of nature. Amidst the foliage, hidden pathways and secluded alcoves offer moments of quiet contemplation, while charming statues and fountains add to the garden's timeless allure, whether you are seeking solace amidst nature's embrace or simply seeking respite from the urban hustle and bustle. Athens National Garden offers a haven where you can reconnect with the natural world and find serenity in the heart of the city. The park is home to many captive species, such as goats and parakeets, and they even have ponds crammed to the brim with terrapins. Unfortunately, there are way too many here for the size of the pond for this to be a healthy habitat for them. Some seem to have even managed to escape into the open ponds in the park, where they probably live a better life, although are disruptive to the native species. It's unfortunate that these animals are kept this way and are crammed so much so that some have gotten out. This is definitely something the park needs to work on improving. No animals should live within these conditions. Aside from the non-native species, I encountered many more wild tortoises that seem to be flourishing all over the park, providing a homely environment for them. I believe most of them to be marginated tortoises, which are native to various regions of Greece, particularly in the southern and central parts of the country. They inhabit dry rocky areas with scrub vegetation, including Mediterranean scrublands, oak forests, and grasslands. It is possible that some may be Greek tortoises, which is a close relative so shares a lot of similarities, or even I thought that one may be a Herman's tortoise, which is much rarer, but I'm not the best at identifying these and it's kind of hard to tell from the footage too, so let me know in the comments which is which if you know more than I. These tortoises have a distinct shell that is usually oval or heart-shaped with prominent growth rings along the scutes, its shell plates. The shell typically ranges in colour from brown to black, often with yellow or tan markings along the edges. Their limbs are sturdy and they have claws for digging. Marginated tortoises are medium-sized tortoises, with adults typically reaching lengths of 10 to 14 inches or 25 to 35 centimeters. However, some individuals may grow larger, with exceptional specimens reaching lengths of up to 16 inches or 40 centimeters. Their diet is primarily herbivorous, feeding on various vegetation including grasses, weeds, flowers, and leafy greens. In the wild, they may also consume fruits, berries, and occasional insects. Marginated tortoises are terrestrial creatures, spending much of their time foraging for food on the ground. They are solitary animals but may congregate in areas with abundant food and suitable habitat conditions. Female marginated tortoises lay eggs in swallow nests dug in sandy or loamy soils, typically laying clutches of 4 to 12 eggs. The incubation period lasts around 2 to 3 months depending on the environmental conditions. In captivity, marginated tortoises can live for several decades, with some individuals even reaching the age of 50 years or more when provided with proper care and habitat conditions. The marginated tortoise is protected by national and international laws in Greece, and efforts are being made to conserve and restore their natural habitats. This includes initiatives to reduce habitat destruction, regulate the pet trade, and establish protected areas. Although they are very common and abundant in Greece, marginated tortoises have several adaptations to their arid habitats, including the ability to burrow underground to escape extreme temperatures and reduce water loss. Like most tortoises and turtles, they can also retreat into their shells to protect themselves from predators.